Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. So today I wanted to chat all about my winter skincare. Florida doesn't get all that cold exactly, but I do make some changes and have made some changes recently to kind of accommodate some skin issues that I've been having. And I'm also really trying to utilize my skincare routine to help with my hormonal acne. I will give you guys like a full update on everything I've done to get that in check naturally. But I want to wait about one more month because then I'll be past that like post birth control window, and I want to make sure that what I'm doing is actually working as well as I think it is. So today I'm going to cover all the skincare, and I'm going to differentiate between my morning and my night routine. I'll link everything below. I'll make sure that you guys have access to all of it. And I do want to note that there's like a full range of how much I spend in these products, and I'll also tell you how long some of them last so that you can understand if you're investing up front and then really getting like a long amount out of your product. So let's get started. Guys, I really want to put my water up here next to this Christmas tree, but in this situation it's just perfect and I don't want to add that. So the first thing that I do in the morning, so starting with my morning skincare routine, is I wash my face with the Kate Somerville Gentle Daily Wash. I featured this in a favorites video a couple of months ago actually, and I don't use, because I have a different cleanser at night now, I don't tend to use a ton of this. A little bit gets me through, so I'm still using this up. I probably am about down here, make sure that it's not accidentally open and it's gonna spill everywhere. So I'll probably have this for maybe another month or so. There are a couple of other skincare products that I want to try, but right now I'm just trying to save up all my money for Christmas presents. So I'm really gonna use the rest of this and then look into other options, so we'll see. But I really like it. I really like the bottle on it. It's just so, as far as packaging goes, this is one of the best like face wash packaging that I've experienced, because it just twists and you can kind of squeeze it out. And once you learn that, and then you know that once you're closing it, there's a little bit left on it, you really get the most out of this packaging. I've had this for a couple of months now, so I've really enjoyed it. It's not super drying for my skin, and that's a problem that I've had in the past. So I enjoy it. If you're looking for a new face wash that's not going to be like super irritating and super drying, I would highly recommend it. I also follow the cleanser up with the same toner that I've been using for a minute, and it's the Michael Todd Beauty Blue Green Algae Antibacterial Toner. I love this toner. It's been really great. It was maybe, I want to say that this cleanser was $36 and that this toner was between 20 and 30, if that. They sell it at Ulta, so Ulta and Birchbox. I think I got it from Birchbox. So if you want to try it, it's definitely something you could use reward points towards. But I use a little of this every day. I have it decanted into a spray bottle for when I travel, but I've really been enjoying this one as well. I do want to try the Fresh Rose one, so I might try that one next, but I also might repurchase this depending on what all I need to buy at that time. And then following that in the morning, I have a serum. I've been using the Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. This is a tiny bottle of it, so you can't see it from there. But it's just a sample one. I'm not really going to stick with that, but I've been using a serum in the morning to kind of I've been really focusing on making sure that I'm using serums to really do the most for my skin. And then I also have been using the Belief Moisture Eye Balm. Moisturizing eye balm. If you've watched any of my videos recently or heard me mention it on the blog, for a couple of weeks there, I was having really dry under eyes, and I've also been having really watery eyes, like my eyes watering right now. They just tend to water at the corners. I've been switching around mascaras to see what's causing it, but one of the problems I was having was that I was having severe under dry eyes. So I went into Ulta and was going to buy a product, and they didn't have it in the store. And then I went to Sephora, and the lady talked me into this one. It's supposed to be good for intense moisture and boosting elasticity. So I've been developing like the fine lines underneath and on the side, and I definitely have more wrinkly like eyelids than I would really prefer. So I've been enjoying this. It's a little bit more of an investment. So this is definitely, I tend to spend more money on my eye cream and my serum, and then I'll skimp everywhere else so that I can spend the money there. because that's what works best for me. But there are probably, I'll look and see if I can find some other alternative eye creams down below. But I've really been enjoying this one. I've used, let's see, not that much. I've made a dent into it, but it's not been like a crazy dent. So I don't know what it's going to be like once you get past this like top part and like inside of it. So I'll be interested to see how long that lasts, but I do use it in the morning and at night. When it was first really dry, I was like slathering it on. Now I use a little bit less. And then I follow that up with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. And this is my moisturizer. Now, this is definitely, it's a giant tub. It's super full. This is one of those things that I feel like is 30. I want to say, I feel like 36 is the number in my brain for everything. I want to say it's around that range. But the nice thing about it is, like, I don't have to use a ton of it. I can use it. I don't feel like I have to spend an insane amount on it. Like, I'm okay with this price, and I feel like I get a lot for my money with this because I'm not even halfway through it, and I know that I've been using this for at least 2 or 3 months now. So I really enjoy this. A little goes a long way, and it really pairs well because I'm always putting on top of my serums, so it kind of seals everything in. And then the last thing that I use in the morning is an SPF before I put my makeup on if I'm leaving the house. If I'm not leaving the house, I'm not running errands, I don't have makeup on, I tend to not use this. But it's just the La Roche-Posay Envelios 61. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I feel like it's really runny. So I definitely want to look into other sunscreens, but it's an SPF 60. I live in Florida. I definitely know that I need it. So, alright, so nighttime. Can you guys hear that plane? I'm gonna wait for it to pass because I feel like it's really flipping loud. Okay. So nighttime, I do a double cleanse every night, and I use a washcloth with it. I was never really into like washcloths before, and I've had the Clarisonic, I've had the Freya Luna. I actually have a smaller one that I use when I travel, and I have a bigger one at home. I just don't always tend to use it. I don't know why. But at night, I normally take my makeup off with the Pixie and Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse. This is a brand new one. I'm like at the very bottom of my current one, so I wanted to show you guys a fresh one. So I love it enough that I've repurchased it. I use this nightly. And you have, on this side, you have the cleansing balm. So if you've ever used the Clinique Take the Day Off kind of cleansing balm, you get that. And then you have more of a creamier one. So I use this to take off only my like face makeup. I did use it for a little while to take off my eye makeup as well, and I feel like that kind of contributed to the dehydrating issue I was having. So when I got my facial last month, the girl recommended the Pharmaesthetics Eye Bright, and this was in my favorites last month. And it's just an eye makeup oil. You can do this as, like, you can put it on like a cotton pad and use it as like an eye treatment. I tend to just rub the like first part of my cleansing balm all over my face, and then I'll go in with this like on my hands separately and just rub it all over my eyes. I don't tend to wear waterproof mascara, so I'm not sure how well this removes it. And again, I'm not sure if I would repurchase it because originally I thought that I would use this as like an eye cream too, but I just felt like it wasn't doing enough of what I needed it to do. So, but it works really well as far as removing my eye makeup. A little more expensive, but the products are great if that's like something you're really into green beauty. It has sweet almond oil, eye bright extract, chamomile oil, orange wax, grapeseed oil, and vitamin E. So it definitely helps with stuff. You can do occasionally if my eyes are feeling extra puffy or just really tired or dehydrated, I'll soak a cotton pad and then put this on top of it, like, and I'll kind of put it in the fridge for a little bit so it chills, and then I'll just set it on my eyes. So it's a great little simple at-home eye treatment if that's something that you have an issue with. The second step of my night care routine, this is what alters. This is where I get a little more complex than I probably should. So I either use one of these 3 products every night. So if I'm not, depending on, I alternate because I don't want to overdo my skin. So what'll happen is I'll use the Pixie Glow Peel pads. I still have a few of these left. I've been using them for a while. I like these. They're glycolic acid and rose water. They're not that expensive, and because I alternate this system here, it ends up, these last me for a while because I'm not using them every night now. So normally what'll happen is at the beginning of the week, I'll use, on a Sunday, I'll use this, which is the Peter Thomas Roth the Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. I've talked about this a ton. I feel like this does really great things for my skin. It always just makes it feel smoother. It helps my products sink in. My skin just always looks and feels better after I use this. I use it once a week. This pretty much, well, with the exception of the serum that I'm about to talk about, is probably one of the most expensive items that I use. But I use a little bit at a time, and I only use it really once a week, maybe twice if I really need it. But I use it once a week, so investing in it up front is going to last me, like, I've had this for over a year. So I really love it. I recommend it to everybody. I know tons of other beauty bloggers absolutely love it. It's a great mask. I cannot say enough. If you're looking for Christmas gifts, I know that Peter Thomas Roth has a like mask set, and a smaller version of this is in there, so put that on your wish list. I'll link it below too if you need to find it. But normally I'll start my week on a Sunday with this. This will be the first thing that I use to kind of set the tone for the week. I used it last night. I'm filming this on a Monday. Then what will happen is I will switch over to this, and I will alternate. So I will either use this, because this has AHAs in it, I believe. Yeah. And this is also kind of an acid, and I don't want to use these at the same time. So it'll normally go from here to this to my Pixie Peel pads, and then I'll go back to this, and then it just kind of depends. I'm not saying that like I know exactly what I'm gonna do every day of the week. I just kind of remember from the night before what I did and go from there. Sometimes I'll skip an extra night with a peel pad, but I alternate between these three things, and that seems to be working well for my skin. Again, after that, because that's like my second step after all this cleansing madness over here, that's my toner. So I either tone or use the acid or use the mask, and then from there I go in with my eye cream, again twice a day, and I use my serum for the night, which the current one I'm using is a Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. I've used about I want to say that I've used maybe like a little over, well, a little less than half, and I've had it about 2 months. So I feel like it's probably going to be a 4-month product. It's a little more expensive. If you're looking to save kind of on serums, I know The Ordinary has quite a few, and I haven't tried any from there, but I do want to try a few from them. But I use this. I really enjoy it at night. I'm really trying to move towards a more green skincare routine, so it's not be what I repurchased, but I have enjoyed it. I know that a lot of people like it, which is why I ended up buying it. But I've enjoyed it. I use it nightly, so it's worked out really well for me. I just feel like everything looks a bit more calm. Nothing looks inflamed. My skin seems to look pretty even, so that makes me happy. And then I top it off again with my moisturizer, with my Ultra Repair Cream. The other thing that I do that's separate from all of this, that I don't always do every night, but I will do, is I'll use, and I've mentioned this before, my Nurse Jamie and this little lip scrubby thing. I cannot say enough wonderful things about this lip balm. This moisturizing lip balm is the best ever. If you have anybody who is like complaining about dry lips, buy this for them for Christmas. They will thank you 10 times over. It is fabulous, and a little goes a long way, and it lasts for a really long time. So depending on if I think about it, if I notice it, if I need it, I'll use this. I normally try to travel with that, just because that's one of those things that's a lifesaver. Have camera cut out. But what I was saying is the lip balm is one of those things that's great to have when you're on the road. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I think that kind of covers it. So it probably seems like a lot of products. I'm hoping I didn't talk too fast, but I have a range of products from maybe $10 to $15 to $60 or $70, and there are alternatives for things. If I can find like a good alternative or something, I'll link that too below so that you have that option. I know that not everybody can afford to spend a lot of money on skincare. For me, I'm really prioritizing investing in like serums, because I know that that's where I need to invest, but that is my choice. That is what works for me. My goal right now is obviously my hormonal acne. At this point in time, it's pretty good. Everything's pretty chill. I have noticed that with doing the food sensitivity test and figuring out that I had cinnamon sensitivity, the little bumps that were around my mouth are gone. Which is an indicator typically if you have like small ones around here that you are eating something that your body is sensitive to. So that's really helping, and my sugar in my diet is really low right now. So I've got a combination of things going on. I'm taking some supplements to kind of aid in all of this. So I do want to sit down and talk about like all of it start to finish, what I've done, what I've noticed, how it's working for me, and what I would recommend. But like I said, I want to give that another month just to make sure that everything really sticks, because I feel like I can see the difference. I've noticed certain things, and I want to give you guys accurate information to help you do it naturally as well. So I cannot believe you guys are watching this video on a Sunday. I'm in Atlanta right now, but I cannot believe it's Thanksgiving week already. Like, this is bananas. I mean, obviously, I'm over here decorating for Christmas. Everybody else is decorating for Christmas, and now I want to. I'm like over all the pumpkins and ready for the Christmas. So I hope you guys have all had a wonderful week. I hope you're having a wonderful week this coming week with your family for Thanksgiving, and that if you go out Black Friday shopping, that you get the best deals possible. I'm going to put a post up. It would have already gone up on Thursday about where I go, and all the best deals that I found are consistent every year. So if you want to check that out, I will link that below as well. But I love you guys. You matter to me. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.